let's consider mathematical tools throughout history. Yes, the title of this video says computer, but really, what is a computer if not the most advanced mathematical tool we've made to date? We start with paper. As far as being a calculator, it's not. We have to give it everything from the equation to solve, to the values to calculate, to the calculating itself. In reality, it's not a number crunching tool at all. But if we solved a bunch of problems and wrote those down on paper, well, then we have a mathematical table, which is surely a mathematical tool. Sure, every value on these pages has been calculated by a person, so we'll define it as a level 0 mathematical tool. This table does no real calculations, it's not solving anything, it is simply saved information that one person calculated and another can use. It can't, again, solve anything, it merely tells you a bunch of answers, and hopefully it has the one you're looking for. Now we look at a slide rule, a level 1 mathematical tool. What makes it level 1? Well, it is designed to solve a specific equation, namely that of multiplication. Sure, some have fancy log or sine scales, but at the heart of every slide rule are these C and D scales. This tool is different from a table in that I can solve for any values that come to my mind. While the table only helps me if someone else has solved my exact problem, like maybe the natural log of 2.87, this equation lets me solve for any values. The man who made this, instead of solving exact problems, solved an equation. I can calculate 3.92 times 520, and even if no one else in the history of humanity has ever calculated that exact product, this slide rule can give it to me. It is pre-programmed only in that it solves a predefined equation, that being A times B equals C. Computers, then, are a level 2 mathematical tool. You can give it an equation, any equation, and it'll solve it. Sure, caveats abound with the phrase any equation, but some stuff doesn't work with the slide rule either. The main idea is that a computer is built in a way that I can ask it to calculate the sine of the cosine of the sine of the square root of x factorial, and it can. No one designed the computer to solve for the sine of the cosine of, you get the idea. Much like no one designed the slide rule to solve 3.92 times 520. Nonetheless, the computer gives me the answer. So what would a level 3 tool be? This, I think, is what we can do and what computers can't. A computer struggles to make its own equation. A slide rule takes values, a computer takes equations. The next step would be something that can make an equation from its input, be it a problem or set of data or something else. And no, if you're thinking the line of best fit on a graph counts, it doesn't because those coefficients are pre-programmed equations. As far as we've tried, and we've made some great progress trying, we can't make a computer generate equations in any general way. That's what scientists, businessmen, musicians, etc. try and do. They know what a star does while it burns, or what the results of a good investment are, or what musical notes strike the human fancy just right. And it's these things that we as level 3 mathematicians try to do. We want to fit math onto things we know and see in the world. That is what we can do, and what computers can't. Someday, we will eventually create a general artificial intelligence and have at our hands a level 3 mathematical tool. But for today and for the foreseeable future, we can take pride in being the only level 3 mathematicians on Earth, and quite possibly the universe. Every bit of math you commit to paper is something that nothing else can create. Nothing short of a human can write an algebraic expression. Even if it's your first one, even if it's simply y equals x. You can throw apples at your computer all day, but it will never write down the equation for gravity. That task, that honor, is what we as humans get to do.